Hey guys, it's me, the Witch of the Wilderness, and I'd just like to start by thanking everyone who has been watching my videos. I hope you found them useful and that you enjoy watching them. So this next video in my Witchcraft and Wicca series is all about the Green Man. I'm going to be talking about who the Green Man is, what he represents in Witchcraft and Wicca and also paganism, and also how he is depicted. So the Green Man for many modern pagans is used as a symbol of seasonal renewal and also ecological awareness. So in Wicca, the Green Man has often been used as a representation of the horned god, which is a syncretic deity that incorporates aspects of the Celtic Cernunnos and the Greek deity of Pan. He is also strongly connected to Jack in the Green and the May King. The figure known as the Green Man is a god of vegetation and also plant life, and he symbolises the life that is found in the natural plant world and also in the earth itself, because the Green Man is typically portrayed as a human face which is surrounded by dense foliage and leaves, and such images appear as far back as the 11th century in church carvings, and I'll discuss that more in detail in a moment. Yet today, some traditions of Wicca and paganism interpret the Green Man as an aspect of the horned god Cernunnos. If you'd like to honour the Green Man as part of your spring celebrations, there are a number of ways to do so, such as creating a Green Man mask, simply walking in the forest, holding a ritual to honour him, or even baking a cake that you've dedicated to him. So the Green Man is believed to symbolise the cycle of life, death and rebirth, the symbol of godhood within the male and its relationship with the transcendent life force or goddess, the female expression of divinity. So he is a pagan symbol who heralds spring after a long winter and is the promise of the renewal of lush vegetation. It may surprise you that he hasn't always been called the Green Man. The label Green Man dates back only to 1939, when it was used by Lady Raglan in an article she was writing called Folklore about the depictions that she had seen of the deity. So the most common and perhaps obvious interpretation of the Green Man is that of a pagan Wiccan nature spirit, a symbol of man's reliance on and also union with nature, a symbol of the underlying life force and the renewed cycle of growth each spring. In this respect, it seems likely that he has evolved from older nature deities, such as I've mentioned, Celtic Cernunnos. So he is an enigma that spans thousands of years. The Green Man is a symbol of mysterious origin and history. He permeates various religious faiths and cultures, and he has survived countless transformations and also cultural diversities which endure in the same relative physical form to this day. So, although specifics about his beginnings and his worships are not 100% fully known, mainly due in large part to how far back and what cultures have been traced and also scripted, it is a testament to the widespread reach of his character that he is still remembered and worshipped to this day by a number of faiths, not just paganism or Wiccan. So, although the Green Man is often associated with spring and May Day, there are also several examples which exhibit a more autumnal cast to the figure. For example, some Green Men prominently incorporate pairs of acorns into their design, which in the same way of hawthorn leaves, which frequently appear on English Green Men, and they are often accompanied by autumn berries rather than spring flowers. So this may have been simple artistic license, however acorns, due to their shape, were a common medieval fertility symbol, and hawthorn was another tree which was explicitly associated with sexuality. So this could all perhaps suggest a stronger link with fertility, which also then does also link into harvest time. So the disgorging Green Man sprouting vegetation from his orifices may also be seen as a memento mori, or a reminder of the death that await all men and women, as well as a pagan representation of resurrection and rebirth, as new life naturally springs out of our human remains. So the Greek and Roman god Dionysus, Bacchus, often suggested as an early precursor of the Green Man. he was also associated with death and rebirth in his parallel guise as Oceanus. However, not every pagan works with the Green Man as a deity, and obviously that's fine. You don't have to work with him or have to have him as your deity. I was actually called to him whilst walking through the woods because I feel really relaxed in woodland and just wilderness in general. And I have a huge forest right next to my house, so it makes sense for me to go into the forest. I can leave offerings for him, I can do meditations with him. But there are loads and loads of different views and opinions for where the Green Man originated from, and also which cultures see him as a deity. But this video is talking about my beliefs, so if you disagree with anything that I've said, then that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to get offended or anything like that. So the Green Man is related to what is called as a vegetative deity, which is a nature god whose life, death and rebirth represents the growth cycle of plants. So the deity typically undergoes dismemberment, scattering, reintegration into the land. This has a cyclical pattern which plays on themes such as immortality, resurrection, reincarnation, things like that. Vegetation myths also have a resemblance to certain creation myths in which parts of a primordial being's bodies generate aspects of the cosmos. So the story of Norse paganism and Ymir. So the Green Man often appears as decorative carvings in churches across Europe, and this is actually a perfect example of how paganism never fully disappeared. The pagan and Wiccan perspective of the world persisted side by side with Christianity. It was just expressed in more hidden and secretive ways. So to me, the Green Man doesn't represent any one specific pagan deity. Instead, to me, he represents the desire of nature to maintain a spiritual connection to the land and also be in tune with the cycles of nature. The Green Man is part of the pagan psyche, an archetype representing the fertility of the natural world and a way to bridge the gap between the pagan and also Christian worldview. So yeah, that is my video on the Green Man. I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned anything from my video and you also perhaps just enjoyed it, then hit the subscribe button to motivate me to keep making videos. And if you have any questions at all about any of my videos, don't forget to ask them in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Right, well, have a blessed day, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!